and welcome back to my channel. I know a while ago that I was doing a declutter and I did not finish with everything going on in the world with the murder of George Floyd, the protests, and everything. I wanted to focus every ounce of my energy into that movement. I am still completely and totally focused on Black Lives Matter. Do not think for a second that I have forgotten, but it didn't feel appropriate at the time. Plus, having to watch another man murdered on camera kind of sent me into a depression with COVID going on, with that, with everything else. I was a little bit depressed and I didn't really feel like doing makeup. And so I didn't cover a whole lot of makeup on my channel. I'm making up for it now, but we are going to finish over the next few days of my palette declutter for both blushes and highlighters and bronzers, but right now we are doing eyeshadows. That's what we're doing right now. Let's jump right on in and start with the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is my Jeffree Star. I've been done, or I was on my way with being done with Jeffree Star just shortly, right around the time the cremated palette came out. Finding out more of his blackface and how he's handled everything, I'm completely done. I'm no longer be featuring him on my channel. The only thing you'll see is when I do palette collections and palette declutters. The makeup is already paid for. I'm not one to waste. So while I won't be doing it and get readies with me, I won't be featuring those as favorites or other things. I did pay for them. They were really expensive and I want to get the use out of them. So let's jump into the first one. I have the Bloodlust. Looks like this. It's a really pretty palette. It is what it is. Then we have the Jawbreaker, which was my first Jeffree Star palette a year ago. Who would have known a year later I would hate his stupid face. Speaking of his stupid face, we then have the cremated palette, the very last palette that I bought from Jeffree Star right before all the crap went down. It took me forever to get. Looks like this is a good palette. Have been playing with it, do like it, but it is Jeffree Star, and yeah. Then we have me singing this. I am singing the Stand Wrong song. We have, of course, this one, which is The Controversy. Looks like this. It's also a good palette, but it's Jeffree Star. We have the Conspiracy palette. It used to be my favorite palette. Featured it all the time because I loved it. Still love it, just won't be featuring it. Thinks I will use it up. It looks like this. The only color I didn't like in it was this one. Like, that just never, it just didn't work well for me, and it was the one color in the thing I hated. That one and that one I would never use. But, yeah, this will no longer be featured on my channel because they have to be gross human beings. And I feel gypped. Alright. He really was one of my favorite brands because his makeup was amazing. We have this one. I never got the blood sugar, ironically. I paid for it and it never came in. I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't know if it's ever just going to show up one day or what, but I did pay for it and I never got it. But this is the Blue Blood. This is one of the best blue eyeshadow palettes on the planet. But, of course, Jeffree Star sucks ass. So, you will no longer be featured except for in this. I will be keeping them because, again, I paid a ton of money for these palettes. The last one, which you can no longer buy anyway, I got it in the mystery box set. I fought like crazy for. I'm so excited when I got, because it's got some great colors and I can make a great poison ivy look out of it, is this one. Screw you, Jeffree Star. Screw you for mentioning Elijah McClain. Screw you for using racial slurs. Screw you for calling Jackie Aina a gorilla. I don't like Jackie Aina personally, but I would never call her a gorilla. Screw you for being an all-around disgusting human being, and if I ever hear you mention Eliza McClain or Breonna Taylor again, I will claw your eyes out. You can tell that I struggle with those. That really was one of my favorite brands because the eyeshadows were so good, but I will not put my money into a douche tard. So, it is what it is. There's part of me that can't stand to look at them, that has not used them, but at the same time, I paid so much money for them, and I eventually will not feel the rage that I feel now when I want to use them. I just won't feature them. But right now, just seeing Jeffree Star's face equals the amount of rage that I cannot handle, so I won't be using them for a very long time, and they will never be featured on my channel again. Alright, let's jump on to happier stuff. This is kind of cool. This came in an Ipsy, but what didn't come in the Ipsy was what's the singles that's inside of them. I got for my birthday 2 years ago, Urban Decay, their entire collection of singles. And I took some of the moon dustier looking ones and I put them into this palette. This is an Anastasia Beverly Hills one though, but it just shines like the rest of them do. But this is my particular, if I'm looking for like an eye topper, this is where I'm probably gonna go. I love this. This is, yes, so it's definitely staying. Alright, I don't know how much of a clutter this is going to be because I am who I am and I like my eyeshadow palettes. This came in a BoxyCharm. I'm going to start doing this whole either first impressions or second impressions. Makeup I haven't used a whole lot of that I want to get more use out of, and this is one of them. This is the Essentials by Violet Voss. I think this is beautiful. I just haven't gotten a whole lot of use out of it, and I want to try it more, so in my book club, I'll probably be doing stuff like this in my makeup book club. Alright. This one is probably, I'm keeping it. I don't know why. I never use it. Every time I attempt to use it, it gets so dirty, like so dirty. Every time I attempt to use it, which I've used it twice, 3 times, I end up with like a muddy together look, but for the life of me, I want to make you work, so I'm going to keep trying. I don't know why, because you do not work for me. Alright, this is one of my favorite ones. I've had this for forever. It was limited edition, but it's the I Want Candy anytime I need a neutral look. This tends to be one of the palettes that I jump to. Still smells amazing. Absolutely adore it. And I'm just pulling them out in the order in which I have them. This is my baby. I will fight for you. I will die for you. You are my go-to baby. It is my Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics. It has traveled with me. It has been through it. That color, which I never used, is actually broken up. That one got a little bit broken when I was flying, but that one is actually where I've used it so much. Used it so much. Used it. I live and die for this. This is when I do not have, when I can't seem to make anything else work. This is just, it works so well for me. It is one of my first palettes. I used to use this and then like pop on a liquid eyeshadow and I was good to go. I still use it when I have shimmer palettes that have more shimmers. The matte tends to be my go-to to even that out. This I don't use, but I do have, it does have sentimental value. It was literally one of the first videos I ever did on my channel, which was cleaning up used makeup and trying it for the first time because a lot of people, it is a valid option for them. So this was my heavily used palette, the Alice in Wonderland one. And then it looks like this. I think it's adorable. The packaging is adorable. Plus, literally, it was one of the first videos I made on my channel. So, yay. Then, in that same note, this was the second palette I bought for that video where it was barely used. Come on. And it's really colorful. I love this palette. It is amazing. I use it all the time. The person that I bought it from had barely used it. I was able to clean it up, and I feel a little more comfortable using the one that was barely used. It was a weird video, but a lot of people I found out actually buy and sell used makeup. It's an interesting world. Alright. Sticking with Urban Decay, I think. Nope. This one's coming out first. This is The Balm. It's the only Balm palette I have. I got it when I rejoined Ipsy. And it looks like this. I haven't used it a whole lot, but I do like the fact you can change. You can see where I've been digging into this. This is a good eyeshadow base, and I do like to use it for that. I also think these colors are amazing for a neutral look, so it was worth joining Ipsy for that at that time. Then I canceled Ipsy. Then I went back on Ipsy because they're allowing you to pick, but that's a story for a different day. Alright, this also came in an Ipsy Dominique Cosmetics. Looks like this. And this, I will not be decluttering this. A lot of this you're not going to see me declutter. I'm not going to lie. A lot of this is staying. Alright, now we're back to Urban Decay. I think we should mostly hit Urban Decay now. I think. Yep, okay. So we have, on the Urban Decay side, we have the Born to Run palette. I love this palette. I've had this palette for a couple of years. It's nice and sturdy. It travels well. You've got your nice pops of color with your nice neutrals. I can pretty much do whatever look I'm feeling with this palette. It is amazing. It is so underrated. People hate it, and I don't know why, because I love it. Alright, and then we start breaking into the Nakeds. We have the Naked 3. This was one of my first ever palettes a couple of years ago. And at first, I hated it. We didn't get along. You got a little beat up in the move up here into this room. Sorry about that. But it looks like this. I wish it had more mattes, but like I said, with this, I often use my Ultimate Naked Basics. I'm actually going to pull this out really soon and remake some pink looks with it because mine, and I love her. She will not be going anywhere. Alright. Oh, here's another one that's definitely not going anywhere. Urban Decay Naked Heat. This is my jammy jams. I love me some red and orange looks. Obviously, what is on my face today is a orange look, but this is a great freaking palette. I see a lot of people declutter it all the time, but I love her. I don't know why she gets not enough love. Alright. This one I was hesitant to buy, and then I got it on sale because I do have the other palette that I'll talk about in a minute. But this is the Naked Cherry. I don't know why I'm smelling this. I know it doesn't smell like cherry, but I want it to. It looks like this. And I was like, am I going to buy this? Am I not going to buy this? And I talked myself into buying it when it was on sale for half off. And it's amazeballs, so I am not mad about buying this palette. I think it is amazing, wonderful, and all around the awesomeness. And so I'm going to go pull out the other palette that made me think twice about it. This is my baby. This is Back Talk, and I had this, so I didn't think I needed that. Still glad I bought it. They're kind of different. They're kind of the same. I don't know. But I love this palette. This is actually the palette that I wore to my sister's wedding and had the makeup artist use to do my eye look and my blush and highlighter look. I asked her to specifically use this palette because I loved this shade and the shade at the time, and I asked her to incorporate that. It came out as a beautiful look, and I wore it to my sister's wedding, who only gets married once, and as much as she drives me crazy, I love her. So even after this palette is long since expired and I can't get use out of it, it ain't ever going anywhere. Okay. Then we are now into what I think is Too Faced. Yes. We are now into Too Faced. None of these are going anywhere either. I'm telling you, this isn't going to be ruthless. Alright, so I want to start with my peach. My Sweet Peach palette. This always makes such a mess and then I have to put it away. My Sweet Peach palette. This is the first ever palette that I bought. And at the time, oh, it still smells like peach. It's only like 2 or 3 years old because I haven't been to makeup that long. But at the time, my husband's truck had broken down. My mom lived with me, and I made her get up and go to Ulta with me. And I went there bright and early in the morning. I bought this. I bought the Naked 3 and the Naked Heat. And I remember the whole way home being able to smell this in the car. I still use this to this day. It is one of my favorite palettes of all time. But I just remember the good feeling that it was that I could actually afford to go into a store and buy something like this, because when I was younger, this would not have been an option. All of this makeup would not have been an option either, but the fact that I could afford to buy it made me so happy. Alright, last, oh, we still have to go through. Okay, so now let's talk about my next baby. I got this last year. I regretted not getting the spicy one. Oh my god, you smell so good. The spicy one, and then I was like, I'm going to get the extra spicy. And I'm glad that I waited on the extra spicy. I actually prefer it to the spicy one. So it's beautiful. I used it all winter last year. I will be pulling it out for this fall and this winter. It is amazing. Oh, good Jesus. Alright, then we have Too Faced chocolate bars. The next palettes, they might be on the I'm not going to get rid of them. I love them. I don't use them that often. I need to use this more, especially for nude, and looks like this. It's been used like twice. And it still smells like chocolate, but they are amazing. When I bought these, when I started doing makeup, I was originally into doing nothing but nude, so I own a bunch of nude palettes. Now I do a lot of bright colors, and I don't touch these as much as I used to. But I want to kind of bounce between nudes and colorful. I don't just want to do one or the other specifically, so I'm not going to declutter these. I bought this specifically for one color. This is the chocolate gold, and I bought it for St. Patrick's Day for these two colors here, and then fell in love with this palette. It was my great introduction between neutrals. I'm sorry, I love the way these smell. I'm a freak. These are great between the neutral and the color. Like, this was my introduction into color. I am obsessed with it. I still love it to this day. Like I said, there's not going to be a whole lot of decluttering here. I do have some palettes that I know I'm decluttering that I pulled aside, but so far, these are not it. These are not it. These are not it. Please don't go crashing to the ground. Alright, last but not least is the original chocolate bar. It is very nude, and like I said, I've barely touched it because I had bought it when I was still into nudes, and then I got into colors, but I want to switch between nudes and bright colors. So we are going to keep it, and we are going to alternate through here. We are. Okay. Now, Still in the Too Faced. Alright, so this one came in a BoxyCharm. This is my Palm Springs. No! Frick. I'm going to have to load these back in the drawer in a minute. But this is my beautiful Palm Springs. I think this is such a beautiful palette. I love this blue. I love this pink. I love this gold. I love it. I intend to use it. I just haven't gotten around to using it. It came in a BoxyCharm and it kind of slipped the thing. Now, a lot of people didn't like these two. I have made so many beautiful looks with these. I got them at TJ Maxx when I did my ever first TJ Maxx, and I need to go back and do another one, but got these at TJ Maxx. They smell amazing. This is one of my favorite purple palettes, and it smells amazing. It has so many good textures. It's just, I don't know, it's just one of the most stunning palettes I've ever owned. This one I make beautiful gold looks with, especially this color right here. This color makes a good duochrome that I love. A lot of people don't like them. I love them. They are amazing. I'm so happy I actually bought them. I wasn't planning on getting them. Then I talked myself into it. Alright, this is... This is from Ipsy. It is Betty Boop. You get one more shot. And my next declutter in 6 months, if I can't make you work, I've tried you twice. Yeah, your pigment is just not there. You know what? I'm going to give this one away. It's just not working for me. Maybe someone can get better use of it. So this is the first declutter. And I'm going to put it here. That's my first declutter because I'm just not going to use it. Alright. Now, the last Too Faced one, which is never ever going anywhere, is my Life's a Festival. I am obsessed with this. You can actually see where I've hit it quite a bit. This color here. I'm obsessed with this color here and this color here. I use this color a lot. I don't know, this palette gets used a lot during the spring. I do adore it. Some people don't like it. Some people are over the unicorns. I don't really care. I like it. And it still smells, I don't know what it smells like. Cloves? I think it smells like cloves. But it's amazing. So, nope, you're not going anywhere. Alright, now it's Anastasia of Beverly Hills time. Oh. We're going to start with my favorite Anastasia, which is a Norvina palette. I love a purple palette. When I saw this, I ordered it directly. I don't order from websites, or at least didn't used to. I saw this, and I ordered this directly from Norvina the minute it came out, and waited for it to get here with anticipation, and I still love it. These are, you can see where I hit this pink and this purple a ton of times. Even if nothing else, I would keep it for those, but I do use the other ones sometimes. But these two right here are my jam. I love the mattes. I love how easily this blends. I am obsessed with this palette. I have been since the day it came out. Alright, now we're going to talk about one of my not as favorite. I just got it. I'm still learning to work with it. You can see where I've hit the purple a lot in this one, but the problem is, for some reason, and I don't know why, it doesn't do it anymore, but it used to make me break out in hives. This one right here. All the rest of them don't give me a problem. I won't touch this one because when I swatched it in stores, my whole arm and face swelled. And I took days worth of Benadryl. But everything else works for me. So I did figure out that it was that color, and I just don't use it. But I love the brightly colored everything else, so I just find a different purple. I don't know what it is about that purple. It just does not agree with me. I don't know why. I wish I did, so I would never ever swatch anything with whatever ingredient in that is making me swell like a freak. Then I have Sultry. I love this for a neutral look, like I said. I do try to do more neutral looks, plus that pop-up, that's just pretty. And I'm dying for the silver. I'm dying for that silver, so yeah, Sultry's not going anywhere. And I'm telling you, this isn't really going to be much of a declutter. This is my Subculture. A lot of people did not like Subculture, but as you can see, as I've hit that color a lot, I actually really like this during the fall and during the summer. I love it for a yellow look. I will hit it all the time for that yellow right there. I love the green. It's just a really, really good palette. I don't know if it's just because I got the second round of it, but I've never had any problems with it, and I do adore it. Alright. My, Alyssa Edwards. This is such a pretty and bright color. I got this one at TJ Maxx too. But I love this. It's such a pretty and bright color. This yellow works for me a lot better than the one in the Jeffree Star Conspiracy. I love the matte white. I mean, this is just a banging bright color palette, and I adore it. So I see a lot of people declutter it. It ain't going anywhere in my collection either. I just got it a few months ago and I love it. So yes. All right. I have decluttered you and undecluttered you so many times. This is everybody's cherished modern renaissance. It doesn't speak to me. It's good for a neutral look, but I don't like... I don't know. I don't know how I feel about her. I've decluttered her, and then I miss her, and I use her, and I pull her out of the declutter pile. I don't know. I don't know why. Every time I declutter you, I then get the urge to use you. So I'm going to keep you. But I'm eventually probably going to get through this. And this, if any of them go, it would be this one. Alright. This one is one of my favorites. Probably. This is the Prism palette. It was limited edition. I picked it up on the same day that I picked up the Naked Heat. It's in the first. It was at the counter. And I don't know how she talked me into buying it, but the lady at the Ulta counter talked me into buying it. And I was intimidated by that color, which I still never used, which is hilarious because I now use yellows all the time. But I loved the silver. As you can see, I used that a crap ton. I used that during Christmas. I've never touched this color, and I should. Like, I'm gonna make an interesting grungy look. It's like a blackish blue. Yeah, I'm gonna start digging into you and then throw... Oh, yeah. I'm going to dig into this a little more this winter. I love this palette, though, for this color, and this color, and this color, but I've never touched those two, and I think I'm going to find a way to play with those this winter. Alright, so those are all of, like, my super high-end palettes, I think. So, how long is this? 21 minutes. I think we can... So, this is my Ace Beauty. I decluttered it and then brought it back because I realized that I do love it. I use it once again around the fall. It makes beautiful looks, and I'm not going to apologize for keeping my own palettes. This is my Alamar Cosmetics. I love it. It's amazing. I also let my goddaughter do my makeup in this, so it's very, very fond because she, like, ate that pan. She just, like, in that pan, and it's very fond memories. You also can't get the colors anywhere else. I mean, those are some of the most stunning colors I've ever seen in a palette, so I am keeping that. The Violet Voss, I've decluttered and brought back because, well, I like it as a neutral, and like I said, I'm going to try and do more neutrals, so she stays. Alright. I'm going to stick to high-end, and then I'll work my way back. Alright, so we have this Party Favor Moondust palette. That's my jam. Then we have this Pure Ponies palette. I actually really do like this palette. Not a lot of people do, but I do, so... Yes. Okay, I just got these fairly recently, and I am obsessed with these palettes. Let's start with this one. This one is Smoke Sessions. It doesn't have a lot of mattes. That is my only complaint about it. It has the 2 mattes. But these shimmers, I don't think I can get them anywhere else. They are stunning. I love this palette. It is my jam. It is amazing for a green eyeshadow palette. I am in love. I will back it up with other, the first look I made with it, I tried to use only the palette, and it just did not look very good. I'm actually like, well, it's my Sally Hemings video. Well, but I'm going to use the appropriate mattes. I mix in other mattes. I have all matte palettes for that very reason. And then we have this. This is my Millennial Pink. And this is what I honestly wish the Naked 3 was. It's got a lot of mattes. It's got, I mean, I create some really pretty looks with this. I'll never use the blacks. You know me, I don't use blacks. But all of these are just stunning. I use them. I love this palette. I have made some of the most beautiful pink looks with this palette that I have ever seen. So, yay. Alright, my last Melt Cosmetic is another one that not a lot of people like because they say it's not cohesive. Again, if I was just using it strictly as the palette that it is, it wouldn't be very cohesive. But I mix in other mattes with it and make some really amazing looks. These colors are just, okay and neutral to probably this right here, like these 4, and then maybe that one. But all the other, like, shimmery shades in this are the shit. I use them all the time. I just mix in another palette normally, and I love it. Not a lot of people do. I got it on sale. I'm quite happy with it. So that's all that matters. one I am so torn on, and I know I barely decluttered and I should probably get rid of it. But again, I had a declutter like 6 months ago and got rid of most of everything I don't like, and so far everything I've added I've been completely and totally in love with. But this came in a BoxyCharm. It is the Fenty Moroccan Spice. Its mattes are really good. Its shimmers are not the greatest, in my opinion. But they are a lot like the Moon Dust shadows, where I like to use them as toppers. So while I may not make a full and complete look with this, I may use the mattes and then a different shimmer from a different palette, or I may use another palette and then add a topper. I do it for that, and I can't justify giving it away just quite yet, because that cut off, and I don't know exactly what I was saying in that statement, but basically the gist of that was, I can't justify getting rid of it because I use it for multiple things, and I'm just not ready to declutter it. Like I said, this isn't much of a declutter. If you're here for a declutter, I'm sorry, I'm not decluttering that much. Alright, let's jump onto my pure palettes. Alright, actually we'll do this first. This is my Marvelous Mauves. There's the colors. Love it. Came in a BoxyCharm. It's the shit. Then we have my Sassy Siennas. Badass. I don't know if this got covered, so we're just going to cover it again really quick. My Moon Dust Shadow is definitely staying. My pure palettes. This smells like cocoa. I love this. I love the pressed glitters. I love the pink and the purple. I've made so many gorgeous looks out of this. I love this palette, so it's also staying. This is a BoxyCharm pure one that everybody hated, but me. I use, like, everybody seemed to hate that blue. I loved it. I still use it. I use, like, these three colors a ton. I use the top row a ton for a pink look. I haven't really used these all that much, and I'll never touch the black. But I do love this palette. Everyone has hated this palette. I did not. Alright. Next. I think it's time to get to these. Alright. These I've never really covered on my channel before. These are my single shadows. Alright, I'm kind of a little embarrassed by this because it was weird. I ordered a bunch of NYX and Anastasia of Beverly Hills shadows from Ulta, and they came in crap. And I couldn't justify throwing them away, but I did get new shadows from them. So I took the old shadows, what I could piece together, and I made entirely new, unique colors to me. I'm the only person on the planet that has them. I'm sure you could dupe them. But I made them, I just pulled the pigments together, put them on separate plates and baggies and anything I could get them onto. Went out and bought little magnetic things and then made them. And I love them. I use them all the time. I also have a combination of, in this one, I have a combination of Makeup Geek, ColourPop, and Anastasia of Beverly Hills. And some NYX, but mostly those in this one. And it's got a lot of my neutrals. Yeah, that's another color that I made out of green and gold, and I love it. Yeah. I just think it's weird that I did that. I just couldn't justify wasting them, and I'm a weirdo who put all the pigments together and made my own shadows because I'm weird. Then the other one that I have is another Adept, and it holds the rest of my Urban Decay ones and my Anastasia of Beverly Hills and NYX that didn't really get damaged. And it was like this. I still have plenty of room to add colors into it. There might be some Makeup Geek in this one, but I do love this. This one looks a lot cleaner and a lot better, but like I said, I could not justify throwing the other one away. To me, it just seemed like a waste when it was like $50 worth of shadows, so I just kind of made new shadows and then had them send me new ones of the original colors that I wanted. But this is what this looks like, and it is really, really pretty. I use it all the time, especially when I'm traveling. It gives me a wide variety and protects them. These I got off of Amazon. I cannot recommend them highly enough. These hardcover Adept, they are amazing at protecting your shadows. I'm just really embarrassed that I made my own shadows like a freak. I have this Butter London that also came in a BoxyCharm. I cannot live without this green. And I really love this pink. I use these on occasion. These just don't work for me. I said in my last declutter that I literally wish it was like this. I would rather have an all shimmer than masks that look like crap on me and they just don't blend that well. But these are amazing and I keep it for this. I just hate those two colors, so yes. Alright. So, yeah, let's do the highlighter first. Alright, this is my Urban Decay Elements palette. It is from Christmas 2 years ago. Come on, baby. It is a stunning palette. I love it. It will never go anywhere either. Then, from 3 years ago, we have this palette that everybody hated the shape, everybody hated everything. I got it on sale when I first started getting into makeup off of Urban Decay. I love it. I use this sign during the summer and this sign during the winter, so it pretty much gets used year freaking round. And I do love it. I do have to pair it with the Ultimate Basics most of the time, and sometimes other mattes that I have. But I do love it. Why are you not going back in? What the heck? There we go. I do love you. I did something wrong. What did I do wrong? Why would you go in the way you're supposed to? Maybe you go in this way and I'm just losing my freaking mind. There we go. Goes in perfect. Love this palette. Okay. Now we're going to go into something that I know. We're going to go into 2 things. Oh, 3 things that I know I'm decluttering. 4 things? 5 things? 4 things. Alright. So this is Jeffree Star's Morphe palette. I know someone who still likes Jeffree Star. She's allowed to. And she'll love this palette. I like this palette. But it's not my favorite. I kept it because I went with my Jeffree Star collection. But as I'm never, ever going to use Jeffree Star again on my channel, there's no point for me to keep this. So it is going. Bye-bye. Then, I am not the biggest fan of Morphe. This came in my BoxyCharm. It's dark. I will never, ever use this. It is a neutral dark palette. I have tried to make it work. I will not use it. Okay. These I got when I started getting into affordable makeup or more affordable makeup. I hate them. I absolutely hate them. Other people they work for, I hate them. They blend together. They look like crap on my eyes. Not doing it. So that one's going. And this one, Butter London one, is going. So, peace, bye. You don't work for me. Sayonara, good riddance. One that I am decluttering. It is a Shadow Me. It is a very neutral. It's the only Shadow Me I got. Shadow Me pissed me off when it took them forever to get the crap together. I never resubscribed. This is the only one they ever sent me, and I never use it because it's just not my jam. So, boom, you're gone. Alright, now, I just bought these and showed them in a haul. They're definitely not going anywhere. I also really love them. We have the Cotton Candy from Sweet Shop from Cotton Candy, and it is, this one is cotton candy, and it looks like this. It smells like cotton candy. It is pretty. I'm really excited to be playing with it. Then we have the Sweet Shop Cherry on top. These are $18 and they are stunning. Most of them are sold out. I think this one is sold out, but it is gorgeous. It is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Alright, then we have the bubblegum, which is the blue, which is so pretty. Here's the front. Like, these have some amazing packaging for a drugstore or affordable brand. And oh my god, it'd be so pretty. Oh, I cannot wait to bust into this. It's going to be like all over. Hood, crease, boom, and yeah, I don't know. I can't wait to break into and play with this one. It is gorgeous. Oh, I am making a hot mess that I'm going to have to clean up in like 5 seconds. Alright, then we have the Orange Sorbet, which is actually what is on my eyes today. She looked like this. She is pretty. I started with this, and I pretty much use the entire bottom row, and then I use this one, and I am happy, and I love it, and it is amazing. I have a Get Ready With Me book club thing that I started, and you can see me create that look if you want, even though I suck at makeup. Alright, then I have the Makeup's Obsession Sweet Like. I just got this one. It's not going anywhere. It kind of gives me the whole Blood Sugar palette vibe. And again, Jeffree Star. So, I'm excited to try that, which I just got. And then we have the, I don't know if this is Ready Dark, but I love this palette. Also Makeup Obsessions. It is gorgeous. It gives me a mauve neutral feel with like a pop of green and other things. I love it. I love the olive green here, and I intend to play and make pretty looks. Alright, and then we have Life is a Party. Life is a Party. Looks like this. It is gorgeous. It's for Makeup Obsessions. I should highlight a little more. It's very mauve. It's very pretty. I got it at Target. I'm really excited. I just discovered this brand, and I am excited to get more palettes and play in it. But I love what I got. Alright, that is the highlighter palette. Alrighty. I'll do that one in a minute. Alright, so this is my ColourPop single. Let's talk about this palette. I ordered this palette, I don't know, almost a year ago, I think. When I got it, not everything in here is part of the original ColourPop from that order. These last 4 came out of that Adept palette because the colors that I ordered did not come in, and ColourPop's solution was to offer me like $6 off my next order and to pay for shipping to have the colors that weren't sent to me, and it would be more expensive than the sale price was to buy them. So I just went looking through my Adept palettes and just added some ColourPop in that I think works. I don't really know. I think it's gorgeous. I love to play with this. But I'm irritated that 4 of these shadows were not what was supposed to come with it. And that makes me genuinely mad that they did not send them, and then they wanted me to pay for shipping. And ColourPop's time takes forever, and they just annoyed me. Like, this whole thing gave me distaste for ColourPop to where I just now made a new order with them. That's how mad I was at ColourPop. Even though they're freaking ship, or even though their shadows are amazing. And I love them, and we'll talk about them in a minute. This also, Romantic Nomad. I can read better than in cursive. You should have seen me struggling to read this in my thing. But this is Romantic Nomad. It is a small palette from BH. It is really cute. It is really small. It is definitely deceptively small when you buy it online, but it's so cute. I think it's going to be a little bit hard to get my brush in there, but I'm going to make it work because I think the palette itself is really freaking cute. And I just got that in today. Alrighty. The next one in my palette collection is the BH Glam Reflection. I think for $4 on sale that this was amazing. It looks like this on the outside. It's really sturdy packaging. Ow. I think I just ripped my nail off. It's really sturdy packaging. It's got really pretty neutral colors. There's so much I can do with this and mix this with colorful palettes and play with this to make myself happy to no end. It was like $4 and I am so freaking happy with this one. So that was that today. Alright. In my last clutter, you heard me talking about the fact that I gave away a ton of these before my declutter, and then I wanted to replace them. I gave them away because they were affordable, and I wanted to show, I wanted that person to have them so that they could see and they could try it themselves. So I gave away a ton of them, and I just went through and repurchased a bunch of them. These are really hard for me to get. My Walmart is nasty. I get these at my Walmart, and my Walmart is nasty. And people like to open them up and stick their grimy little hands on them. Half of them are always broken. So I have to wait until they have them before I can actually buy them. Because I am not paying $10, whatever I pay for these, for them to be broken or for someone to run their grimy, icky fingers through. That ticks me off. So these are hard for me to actually get my hands on. And that within itself ticks me off. But I have the All Matte, which I love. I haven't even gotten into this one yet. I originally had it. The reason I can say that I love this, but I'm not getting into it, I originally had it before, and I gave it away to someone who only likes matte shadows. So, gave it to her because she only liked matte shadows, and I just recently was able to repurchase it within like the last month. So, comes with a pretty brush. Looks like this. I can vouch for it because I have tried it. I know that I like it. This one I have been using for a year now. It's one of the ones that I did not give away. And it's the metallic one. I love it. I honestly think if you're on a budget and you could only get like 2 palettes in the drugstore aisle, you could make yourself every look known to mankind with just these 2 palettes here. Like, you would be good and set for a very long time, and you would have the greatest, easy blendable, beautiful palettes. So, I'm really a fan of that. This is their Sultry palette. This one I can't vouch for. I just was able to get it from Walmart like 3 days ago. And I'm really happy to have it. No, I guess it was about a week ago, actually. A week ago? I don't know. Days blend together when you're in freaking quarantine and you only get to go out every once in a while. I go to Walmart every once in a while, and that's my grand trip out in the real world. Yay me. I actually look forward to it because I really like that blue. I really like that green. I love this. It's slightly shimmery, and it's like a peach color. And, oh yeah, I'm gonna have fun with that, like, little peachy color. I love these brushes. They're really soft, and it's kind of like an added bonus that you get these brushes, so I'm really happy with those. These I literally got a day. These are the two I just picked up. I just picked up, like, my last trip to Walmart. My very, very last trip to Walmart. So, gotta open them up. I haven't tried them yet. I am excited to try them. I have a lot of palettes to try. And it still has the plastic. That's how little I've actually been able to get into this. So, it still has the plastic. And it looks amazing. Look at all those pretty yellows. Look at all those pretty yellows. I'm going to have some really, really pretty yellow looks. Yay me. Yay me. Yay me. Alright. Then this one I've had for a while, actually. And it is the Pro Pigment. It has a lot of purples. I don't know why the tape's on this, because I've used this one several times. It only has one thing of tape. It must have just been left over and got wedged in the drawer. But this is a pretty purple one, and I love it because I love Profusion, and I think it's one of the best drugstore brands on the market. Alright. Where are you? Where did you go? I am missing the biggest Profusion one that I have. Hang on. Biggest Profusion palette that I have, and it is the Love Struck. I have a love-hate relationship with this one because the mattes and the shimmers are really good. The glitters like to go everywhere on my eyeball, and then I look like a freaking idiot. And that might just me, and I need to use some better bit of glitter glue. But they are gorgeous. I mean, look at that. And I love glitter, and I love to play with glitter, even though glitter doesn't love me. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Oh, look at that. I do love this palette, though. This is a very gorgeous purple and pink palette. That makes me happy to no end. Again, Profusion is one of the best drugstore ones on the market. Alright. Then we have these guys right here. These are Hard Candy. This one is a magnificently awesome green palette. I love it. I love its glitters. I love everything about it. It even smells good. I don't know what it smells like, but it smells good to me. I love this palette. It is why I bought more Hard Candy, and then I ended up horribly, horribly disappointed with this one. This one is our all shimmer. It gets maybe 1 or 2 more chances. If I don't like it, I'm going to give it to somebody who will. I don't know. I don't know. It's just like the blue that I would use seems not pigmented. I would never use the black. It's kind of pigmented. The red. Maybe it's just the blue that I keep trying to use. Let's try this one. Oh, that one's not so bad. But, I don't know. I just had a hard time working with this blue. This blue, just constantly, I mean, look at that. It's disappointing. Baby blue is absolutely disappointing. I don't know. This one, on the other hand, did not disappoint. And I don't know why it still has the brushes in it. I've used it a ton of times. Maybe it doesn't feel like fiddling with the tape. It's gonna say, I don't feel like fiddling with it. But I love this. A lot of people say this is a dupe for a Huda palette. I don't really know. I just know that it is a really, really good palette. Alright. Then we have this one. This one is the Coastal Scents. I used to love this palette. I haven't gotten a whole lot of use out of this palette. I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one and give this to my cousin. I don't know if she would get use out of it. I hope she would. But I just don't use it much anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter that one. Alright. I like the packaging for the kitty. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it there. If I end up pulling it out, I end up pulling it out. It's my collection. I can do what I want. Alright. Then we have this CoverGirl Rain palette. Again, another one I have a hard time getting my hand on. Our CoverGirl palette. Because people stick their grabby fingers in it. But I do like it. I am going to keep it. I haven't gotten a whole lot of use out of it yet, but I do really like it. So, I'm going to keep that. All of these are definitely staying. I love me some Juvia's Place. I have the Zulu by Juvia's, which is this one. I'm obsessed with the greens in this palette. I have the Saharan. Gorgeous. Then I have, are you the one that I'm a little bit mad at? You are the one I'm a little bit mad at. Alright, I got the Masquerade Mini by Juvia's. I love this palette. It doesn't love me. For some reason or another, the glue decided to come up on a couple of these. Like this one right here completely fell out and I had to piece it back together. This one I had to glue back in. And then you can see a little bit of where that rubbing alcohol leaked out. And it just made me a little irritated because freaking pans kept falling out. And every time I picked it up, I was afraid I was going to break it. And I love this palette. It was making me really, really mad. Alright. I'm not afraid of it anymore because I've glued everything that was even remotely loose back in. I'm just getting a pile of stuff over here. And then we have the Festival by Julia. I'm not as in love with you as I am the others. I don't know. This is, what do you guys think? It's my makeup collection. I can do what I want. I'm going to keep it. Again, this is not going to be ruthless. I am not in a ruthless mood. It's not going to be, oh, I love making pink looks with this. It's just so freaking pretty. I end up like, boom, 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 and I'm done. It's like really easy pink look. I also like doing boom, 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 and that looks so pretty. So, yeah, they're not going anywhere. Alrighty, we are into the I Heart Revolution. Alright. Then I still have to pull stuff out of there. Alright, these are some 9 pans by I Heart Revolution. I love the packaging. I got them because I'm a freak for packaging. I'm also a freak for 9 pan palettes. This is their mauve one. It is called One True Love. It's actually really, really gorgeous. I really do like it. I am going to keep it. And then this one is Starry Eyed. I think the blues and greens in this are stunning, and I'm keeping it. I don't know why I'm justifying this. It's my palettes. I can keep them. Then I have the I Heart Revolution Fortune Seeker, which is, I think, a purple palette. Yes, it is a purple palette. I like purple palettes. I am not going to justify this. Alright. Then we have this glitter palette. I love this glitter palette. I got this from Amazon with another glitter palette that I don't know where it went. But I do love it. I am keeping it. Alright. Then, my Nomad. My Nomad by Berlin Vanguard? I don't know. It came in a Nomad Berlin, and it is Intense Eyeshadow Palette. It came in an Ipsy. And it is one of the prettiest grunge palettes I have ever seen. I do have to use another palette with it because it does not have but one matte, and it's not even all that matte in my opinion. So I do have to use other palettes with it, but I do love it, and I do use it all the time, especially during fall when I feel like being grungy. So you stay. Alrighty. You know what? We're gonna move the color pop because I think. Alright, we have some more Makeup Revolution. We have the Makeup Revolution London Be Brave palette. It's kind of grungy, but it's gonna go. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. Because I'm never gonna use it. Alright, then we have the Makeup Revolution Ultra Eye. This one's a little tougher. It looks like this. Have I ever used you? Have I ever had the desire to use you? Or do I just keep you because I think you're pretty? I've never used you. You're going. You're just going. You're going. You're going. I'm sorry. Just gotta go. This one is the dupe for the Riviera. I got it when the purple didn't agree with me in the Riviera. I actually really like it. It does have different colors in it than the Riviera too. I use it. It's not going anywhere. Then we have this one. What is the name of this one? Forever Flawless, and this one is Forever Flawless Constellation, Forever Flawless, Unconditional Love. This is a pink palette, a pink and purple palette. I don't know at the time if this was a dupe for, because it doesn't really look like it was a dupe for, it's just a purple palette. But I like it, and it's staying. Alright. Let's talk. Alright, this is a NYX foil shadow. Right after Christmas, Target had a sale on a lot of their makeup. And they had these like little Christmas stocking stuffers. This thing was $1. And I bought it. And it's cute. And I don't regret it. This is Huda. This is one of the 2 that I own. This may not be my entire palette collection, to be honest. Because as I move things around in this room, things have kind of gone missing as I moved up here, and I got a vanity, and I did other things. And until this room is completely organized, I'm not gonna lie, there might be some makeup palettes packed in a box somewhere. I love this. I need to try this. This Amethyst came in an Ipsy, and I haven't tried it yet because it got lost in my collection. I have put it out to try, and I will be trying it. Alright, these are my Mad for Matte Summer Breeze. When I found out that they were getting rid of the Urban Decay Naked Basics, I needed something that would replace it. In case I ever couldn't use it, or when that thing eventually expires. I should show you. I haven't gotten into this one yet. I haven't had a need to yet. But this one is, come on. I just got these like a month ago. But these are the mattes that I got. I haven't broken into this one yet, which I need to, but I haven't. But I have broken into this one, even though it looks like I haven't. Why are you not opening? I know I've broken into you. I have broken into this one a lot and used it a lot with my shimmer palettes, and it's actually surprisingly good. My next order from e.l.f. will have more of them. These are Hard Candy Glitters right here. Hard Candy Glitters. I really like these. I am a fan of glitter palettes. I have a couple glitter palettes. Picked these up. They have not disappointed. So I'm kind of happy. But again, at my Walmart, things are hard to find. It took me forever to get these because people won't stop sticking their grimy hands in the makeup. I don't want your grimy hand makeup. As you can see, I've hit that blue one a lot. Not a lot. Another one that I've hit in this palette a lot. Why is it that you won't open? Because I don't peel all the tape off all the time. That's why. Because I'm a lazy bitch. I also have not pulled those out. Why have I not pulled those out? I don't know, because I'm weird. I've also hit the silver a lot. Even though I think there's a silver in this one. There is, and I've hit that one, but for some reason or another, I keep hitting this one. I like it a lot. I will be hitting that a lot during Christmas, I can tell you that. Alright, this palette makes me sad. This is the Sun Rising from Flower Beauty. For some reason or another, the foundation on my face is actually Flower Beauty, and it's an amazing, amazing foundation. And for some reason or another, this is not being sold at my Walmart anymore. They have been selling it on sale and doing all of that, and I've been picking up pieces as I can find them that people haven't stuck their grimy hands into, but I don't know what it is, but it seems like my Walmart is getting rid of Flower Beauty, which is horribly freaking depressing. Alright. Then we have this one, which is the Picante palette. It came in a BoxyCharm, I believe, and it sat for a while, but I have finally got around to playing with it a little bit. It's actually really good, and I intend to keep it. I was planning to declutter it. I was going to make like 1 or 2 looks out of it, and then I was going to declutter it because I didn't expect it to be as good as it is. But BoxyCharm surprised me, and it actually turned out to be amazing. So, yay to BoxyCharm for that. Alright, hang on. We are almost done. I have the CoverGirl. Did I really not grab? Oh, well, I'll grab them in a minute. The CoverGirl. This one. I really like it. I used it for a cheap, like $5 look, but I still really like it. It's a gorgeous palette. It works really well. CoverGirl's cruelty free, and I still currently like it. I did declutter the other one the last time because I didn't like it. This one is my Celestial Thunder from BoxyCharm. I like a lot. I especially like the orange. I'll never use the matte black, but I like the orange, and I'm probably going to keep it just because I like the orange. And I can because it's mine. I'm gonna get so much shit in the comments because I did not declutter a lot. It's my business. Alright, then we have this Ulta. This came in a kit. I still really like it. Ulta shadows are so underrated. You know what, actually? It's a good starter one. And I know a teenager that might like that. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter that. Even though it breaks my soul. Oh, look, here it is. I didn't declutter it. Well, I'm already going to tell you right now. This is the one that I didn't declutter. It's broken up. I'm going to piece it back together and then I'm decluttering it. Or am I? I'm going to piece it back together. I'm going to give it one more shot. Somehow or another made it back in my collection. It gets a second shot because I'm a freak. But this one's, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one because I know a teenager that's new to makeup that might like that. So, alright. Next is my Galaxy Chick from BH. I love this. People, I'm not the biggest fan of their baked shadows anymore. I don't know why. I'm obsessed and I like to mix in this palette and make weird colors. So I'm keeping it because it's mine. And I can. These were a surprise. I don't know where they came from. They just showed up at my house one day. And I really like them. They are the Essence. I don't even know how much they cost. I don't know where they came from. I don't know if it was a gift from someone who likes me. I don't know where they came from. They just showed up at my house one day, and they were here. I didn't order them. I don't know where they freaking came from. To this day, it's still a mystery. I don't know. But I like them. I have that one. I have this one. I really don't know where these 3 palettes came from. They have my name on them. They were addressed to me. And so I was like, okay, I got a lot of makeup. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know where they came from. But I didn't order them, but they're so pretty. And they're actually really, really good. Essence makeup is really cheap and really good. So this one's so pretty. This one's so pretty. So if you are the person who sent these to me like 2 years ago, thank you. Thanks. I don't know where they came from. They weren't from Essence. I didn't order them. I don't know. So yeah, but I'm glad to have them. So yay. Alright. I got, I think, 2 more palettes. And then we are done. This has been a marathon race, hasn't it? Whew. 4. We've got the Smashbox. This one right here. I'm going to have a fun day trying to put all that back. The Smashbox LA Cover Shot Eye Palette. I'm gonna keep it. I like it for these 3 colors here. I also like that it's neutral, and like I said, I'm trying to do more neutral looks lately. Alright. We're gonna go with the one I know I'm decluttering. This is my Take It to Brazil. I got the Urban Decay Electric Palette, or Elements, or something palette, the colorful palette that I just showed you earlier. And I prefer it to this one. I used to love this one when I got into colorful looks, but I'm more into using other palettes that I have. So I'm gonna declutter. These are not going anywhere ever for any reason. You will have to pry them from my cold dead hands. This is the Zodiac original palette, and it is, it's so pretty. Its baked shadows are some of the best. Its mattes are amazing, and I love its highlight. Like I said, you would have to pry this from my cold dead hands, and I feel no shame about saying that because it's mine. Oh, I got the Jaclyn Hill palette too. Like I said, my makeup is scattered all over this room right now as I'm trying to reorganize, so. Alright, this is my Zodiac Love Signs. You just pry it from my cold dead hands. I'm telling you, it's amazing. It is amazing. This makes a beautiful blue look. Pink. These 2 together make a great gold look. These make a great cranberry and like Christmassy look that I like. Just cold dead hands. Cold dead hands. Cold motherfreaking dead hands. BH has got some amazing palettes. So my cold dead hands. Enjoy trying to pry that out of my cold dead hands. I will be buried with it. I saw a joke the other day. Somebody said that they would will their eyeshadow palettes to their grandkids. I feel no shame in this. It's consumerism at its worst. I know. I know that there are some people on my page that are going to be like, you have too much makeup. I told you that before. I don't care. This is my one thing that I like, and I like to have a lot of. So deal with it. It's mine, and I'm allowed to. Books and makeup. Those are my 2 things that I hoard, and they're mine, so I'm doing it. Alright. Last, but certainly not least, is my Jaclyn Hill, the original. I think this is the original formula. I got this in It's got the it's not the original one from what I understand, because it's got the names on the back, but it was purchased before they did the formula change. So it did come from ordering from Ulta, so it did come broken, and I had to piece some of them back together. As you can see, I pieced that one back together, but they weren't like completely shattered and destroyed to the degree in which I couldn't salvage it, so I didn't ask for a new one because there was no point. It would just be wasteful, and I'm already bad enough with my, this is my guilt, you're looking at my guilt, but, so I kept it. I do love it. That is all of my eyeshadow palettes, with still more to come in, because I have a problem. And I feel no shame. I feel a lot of shame, actually. But I do enjoy them. I do use them. They are mine, and it's my one thing, that and books. So I'm allowed to have a lot of makeup, and I'm allowed to have a lot of books. And anyone wants to shame me for it, screw it. I don't care anymore. Alright, guys. I will see y'all later. Not done. I lied. I'm not done. I forgot about the color pop. As I was putting everything away, I realized that I had totally forgotten to do the color pop palettes. Alright, let's do this, and then we can be done. Alright. Oh my god. It's like the never-ending palette brigade. I have a problem. I'm not gonna lie, I have a problem. Okay. I don't even know if I can balance these anymore. This is a hot mess. Alright, I have the Zodiac by Kathleen Lights. I actually bought the whole collection. I love it. I love this green. This blue doesn't really work for me. I don't really use the black. I use this whole top row like it's going out of style. And I haven't really used that one a whole lot. I don't use that one, but like, yeah, pretty much, yeah. I love this palette. It's a really good palette. Which moves us on to my great sadness, the Dream Street. I use this palette a lot. I love this palette. This is one of my favorite colors, and I've seen it happen to a lot of other people. I was able to salvage it, but it fell out and fell into the floor during my last declutter, and I was so sad, and I wanted to cry. But I was able to fix it, put it back together for the most part, and I still use this palette, and I love it. I just wish that it hadn't fallen apart, because you can't buy that anymore. Alright. The Misunderstood. She is my Disney dream. Oh, she has some dark grungy greens. She has some neutrals. She's my wet dream of a palette. She is gorgeous. She is ColourPop. If I wasn't mad about that stupid singles, there would be more ColourPop right now. Alright, so we have the Chasing Rainbows, which is colorful and beautiful. And Amazeballs. Then we have one of my favorite neutral palettes. You can see she's a little dusty and crusty because she gets used a lot. But it is the Princess palette. I love the pink. I love the gold. I love these two colors. I love the silver. Bitch gets used a lot. Alright, then we have Fame. She gets used a lot too. She's the other basic neutral and that I love a lot. Oh, my baby. My absolute baby. I would die for you. This is my Yes Please palette. I love yellow looks. She is the whole reason I did not buy the Urban Decay Honey palette. She's different, but she's what I prefer to make my yellow looks out of. So there you go. She's my girl. She's my giant. Oh, that hurts. That hurt my soul. I'm gonna have to pick those up. Hopefully they didn't break. And hopefully I put that one away so it's not all over the floor. Alright, then we have Elements of Surprise. It was my first ColourPop palette. It used to be one of my favorites. I don't get as much use out of it, but I still really like it, and I'm going to keep it. So yes, as you can notice, I told you this wasn't. Okay. Oh yeah, we gotta cover her first. This is my Sweet Talk. She is the other reason that I do not own the Honey palette. I don't know why, but I still prefer her. And I feel like between these two palettes, I have everything I need to make the perfect yellow look or the perfect summery yellowish look. That I just never felt the urge to buy the Honey palettes because of that. Not that I need any more palettes. Alright, we have 3 of the 9-pan palettes. There are a bunch more coming in. We have this gorgeous blue one, which is Blue Moon. Amazing! It was my first actual 9-pan palette from them. Then we have It's My Pleasure. She's the bomb. She's my purple baby. Then we have Just My Look. And she's the Shiznit. I love her. I am getting the other green ones. I don't know if I'll love her afterwards. We will have to see. But right now, she's like one of my favorite green palettes. So, yes. I think we are finally done. I think we're finally done. I own way too many palettes. I'm sorry that I forgot the ColourPop. That was just me being tired and stupid. Like I said, it wasn't much of a declutter if that's what you were going for. It's more of my palette collection that is insanely out of control that I refuse to declutter because I like my palettes and you can't make me. Alright guys, I'm fundamentally broken and I will see you later.